Hello and welcome to Tutorials Point. Today in conversion rate optimization, we will discuss about how to measure analytics. What are analytics, how to measure analytics, how actually you can take informed decisions based on the analytics and how the analytics have to be measured. Let us get started with it. What is actually the process involved in analyzing the metrics or the analyzing the web analytics process? First and foremost thing is you collect data. The data is actually provides the complete comprehensive information, the insightful information for you. How the data has to be collected? Assuming that you have a website or a landing page and you are actually selling certain products, services and solutions, you actually have integrated, for example, Google Analytics. That is actually the analytics that will provide you a complete information on the behavior of the visitors who are coming to your website and the landing pages. And when that analytics is integrated on your website and landing pages, that analytics will provide you the data, and that data has to be collected. The data has to be collected, reported, analyzed. Then comes actually the analyzing the data that you have collected from your website or the landing pages, and what the data has provided you. The data has to provide you what is the total traffic that is coming to your website, who are the repeat visitors, how many repeat visitors, how many new visitors, what is the source of these visitors, whether they are coming from organic results or they are coming from paid advertising, where they are coming from, what is the demography, what is the geography. The complete data that you have collected is actually analyzed. After the analyzation, actually you test the alternatives. What is the meaning of testing the alternatives? Let us say, for example, you have a website, you have a landing pages, and you have all the content related with the kind of services solution that you are providing, and you are getting certain traffic to your website. Let us say, for example, you are getting 500 visitors per day, but the conversions are not happening. They are coming, they are browsing through the various pages that you are provided on the website, and they are walking away, they are closing the website, and there is certain bounce rate happening on your website, and that information is provided after you analyze the data. What basically alternative testing is all about is actually you need to ensure that you know what is that not happening on your website, why the users are not engaging with your website, why the users are walking away from your website, why the bounce rate is high. You actually need to see an alternative way to improve the engagement of the users on your website. That is precisely what testing alternatives are all about. Then you implement, you do certain changes, you do certain tweaks, improvements and enhancements for the improved engagement of the users. Once you do the changes, the alternatives, then you implement those changes. Once you implement these changes, then you actually define your goals. If the conversions are happening, say about 10 conversions are happening in a day, you are actually looking to improved conversions. Maybe you want 20 conversions, 30 conversions. You do the changes, then you actually define new goals. What are the new goals that you are associating with your website as far as after analyzing your analytics is concerned? Then you build the KPIs, the key performance indicators, based on your goals that you have defined. And this has to be, mind you, a continuous and consistent process, a continuous improvement process for actually improving the goals and the key performance indicators. This actually has to be a continuous process. This is what continuous improvement is all about: testing alternatives and implementing, testing alternatives and implementing, a continuous and consistent process. And this is actually what the process involved in analytics is all about. Now we will check out what basically are the steps involved in measuring the analytics. What are the analytics that need to be measured? The first step, then you have the different steps associated with the measuring of your analytics. The first step is create measurement plan. You need to have a clearly defined measurement plan. What is that you are measuring? If you have a website, you may be actually looking certain X number of visitors coming to your website. Based on the visitors, you actually drive the conversions happening. First, create the measurement plan. Then comes the Create implementation plan. What is the implementation plan include? The implementation plans includes your goals, your objectives, what is the conversion rate that you are looking at. Then comes the aligning goals with your key performance indicators. What are your goals that you want to achieve as far as your website performance is concerned regarding the services, solutions and products that you are selling? Those goals have to be aligned with the key performance indicators. What is the key performance indicators that you have set as far as your goals are concerned? Then comes the defining the macros and micro goals associated with your website. What is a micro goal and what is a macro goal? What is the short term and what is the long term goal that you have associated with the goals that you have set up? It could be in the days, it could be in the weeks, then followed by into the months. Then the micro and macro goals have to be associated. Then you set up the analytical goals. The analytical goals are basically associated with the kind of traffic that is coming to your website and the behavioral patterns associated with the traffic that is coming to your website. If you want high conversion rate, the traffic has to be high. Remember, the formula is fundamentally very simple. Website is equal to traffic, traffic is equal to leads, leads is equal to customers, customers is equal to business. And this is how the actually online fundamental formula of online business works. And this actually has to be set up, the Google Analytics goals. What are the goals that are associated with it? Then you actually go into the setting up your goal values. What are the values that are associated with your goals that you have already set up? The goals, the objectives related with your business. Then actually comes into the create user level calculated metrics. The user level calculated metrics, this is precisely associated with the user behavior who are coming to your website and that you are analyzing through the Google Analytics or any other tool that you may be having associated with it. This is actually related with the metrics. What are the metrics? Metrics are the quantitative methodology and method that is associated with the analytics involved. How much traffic is coming, where the traffic is coming, what is the demography of the traffic, what is the geography of the traffic, and if there are any bound sets. Anything that you can calculate in terms of quantity are the metrics that are associated with the users. Then actually you go into the segmentation of the goal metrics. You actually have to segment in terms of the demographics, in terms of the geographics, in terms of the total traffic that is coming to your website. The segmentation process actually happens when you actually set up the goals related with the traffic metrics that is coming to your website. Then actually you go beyond Google Analytics interface. The fundamental formula is continuous improvement as far as your analytics are concerned. Continuous improvement is consistent and continuous. It has to be completely continuous. Continuous in the sense that every tweak that you do, every enhancement you do, every improvement you do, that has to be a continuous process. Even though you have clearly defined your key performance indicators and the goals, you have set certain goals. Let us say you want this many number of conversions to happen in the first 30 days. When the 30 days that many number of conversions are not happening, it means you are realigning your goals, you are realigning your objectives, you are realigning your interface. That is precisely what Google Analytics interface is all about. You need to actually go on improving, enhancing, and that has to be a continuous process for improved conversion rate. And the step 10 is act on your insights. When you have the complete information, the metrics, the measurements, the tracking, the results and the reports, when you have all these factors available with you, you actually analyze the data insights, and you take effective action, immediate remedial action to ensure that your goals are achieved, your key performance indicators are achieved, and this has to be a continuous process. And this is actually how the steps involved in measuring analytics is concerned. Then you have how actually you can go on measuring. Examine visitor activities. Every visitor activity has to be thoroughly and completely examined. It could be a bounce rate, it could be the time spent with the users spend on your website, what is the time they have spent, what are the pages they have visited. Each and every step of the user on your website has to be completely thoroughly analyzed. Then you have audience demographics and locations. The demography of the user, the visitor, and the location has to be identified. Where the traffic is coming from and what is the demography associated with the traffic that is coming to your website. This has to be analyzed as far as your audience on your website is concerned. Traffic sources, where they are coming from, whether they can be coming from organic results, they could be coming from paid advertising, they could be coming from referral links. All these have to be completely analyzed and see which is working and which is not working. If there is no traffic coming from organic results and the entire traffic is coming from paid advertising, then that is not done. You have to keep on spending money to drive traffic to your website. Results have to be actually delivered at the end of the day from organic results, and that is actually what actually gives you high conversion rates. And these have to be thoroughly examined, why your organic results are not working, why only you have to depend on paid advertising. Then the content with popular keywords, extremely important. Content is king, that is what they say. Content is everything. The entire search engine optimization is related and based on the content. The content marketing is everything. You have to have high quality content, original content, unique content, and that is with relevant keywords, popular keywords. Don't stuff your keywords. Use keywords judiciously. Visitor flowcharts, the patterns that the user actually are visiting on your website, the patterns, the user behavior of the website, and this has to be thoroughly examined, researched, analyzed for continuous improvements. Then the audience behavior and the engagement. What is the user doing on your website? What is the first thing they are doing when they come to your website? Which page they are visiting and which page they are engaging with and which page they are not engaging with. This has to be thoroughly examined to understand the pain points associated with the users. Traffic sources and referrals. You may be doing a lot of content marketing and the traffic could be coming not just from organic results and paid advertising, but they also may be coming from referrals from other websites other than organic and paid advertising. Analyze this and understand that why, from where these users are coming from, and how you can actually improve your referral visits coming to your website. These are actually how the analytics can be measured on your website. In conclusion, what we have seen in this video is analytics process involved, steps to measure the analytics, and how to measure the analytics. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again.